10 lies Europeans believe about American people. Let's see if any of these are true. Let's see if I believed any of these. Let's see if this debunks some beliefs I had. Let's get into it.
We're going to be talking about 10 weird lies Europeans are told about America. Things that I learned growing up and that then once I visited America, I kind of had to unlearn. In case you're interested, I also have a list doing this the other way around, so let me know below in comments if you want to see lies Americans are told about Europe. And today's video is...
That would be very interesting. Comment below if you want me to react to that. Let's see if I can make you think differently about Europeans.
Is full of shiny things and celebrities
Hollywood
are just
is
everywhere.
a beautiful place.
I'm going to say...
Right, okay, so Hollywood, obviously, you've got all of the Hollywood stars, and really, it is quite a nice place in reality. Obviously, nowhere's perfect. No one doesn't have like a little bit of a rough area. No one doesn't have a little bit of a dirty area, I guess you could say. But yeah, Hollywood mostly is a beautiful place, in my opinion.
Hollywood itself is kind of a kip.
Wow, she really went there.
When I was there, I may have seen some celebrities, but they were keeping really low-key and had basic...
Hollywood stuff. So is it a large part of Hollywood that actually isn't nice? Because I thought it would only be like a very small amount.
Full caps on, so they were very hard to spot. And Hollywood, as I said, is not that shiny and wonderful. The Hollywood sign itself is, I'll be honest, it's kind of a letdown. I guess...
The letdown? The Hollywood sign's a letdown? No way. Guys, when we go to America, when we like finally save up enough and we go to America, we got to go see the American sign. It's literally an American bucket list item.
I pictured Beverly Hills when I thought of Hollywood, but no. The next lie that Europeans are told about America is that it's just full of extremes. And don't get me wrong, it is, but it's not just extremes. Our perception through the media is that Americans are either really fat or really fit. They're either total jocks or no.
Obviously, that is like, I guess, a loose stereotype. By loose, I mean everyone really knows it's not true, but we kind of just like say it is as a joke, I think. I mean, that's personally what I think.
Nerds. Stereotypes.
Obviously, it's not true.
And like I said, don't get me wrong, those stereotypes exist for a reason. However, the majority of people are not extremes. They're just regular, in-between people with thoughts and feelings that vary and are...
Yeah, I mean, this one's pretty obvious. Like, who really, like, honestly thinks that? Honestly.
Europeans are told about America is that you just quit your jobs whenever you want to. And that's, again, from TV shows and films. People just go, I quit when they're unhappy or having a bad day.
You're fired.
I quit!
You're fired.
I quit.
You're fired!
You do see this a lot on movies, you do.
Yeah. You're fired!
Right, I mean, I already quit, so.
Additionally, we think from the same sources that you can just go, you're fired out of the blue, and there's no repercussions for that. In fact, a lot of times contracts are in place and stuff, and it just doesn't work like that in the real world. On The Apprentice, they do the you're fired, but that's a specific place. The next lie that you are told about America as a European is that everybody in America is obsessed with celebrities, whereas actually the truth couldn't be farther from that. Okay, so...
Obsessed with celebrities? I don't think anyone... I feel like America has a lot of celebrities. I don't think everyone's obsessed with them. Like, if they... Like, obviously, some people will like them. Like, certain people. I guess some people might be obsessed with, like, Justin Bieber and that, but...
So, in Europe, a lot of our celebrities come from America. So, we naturally presume that everybody is completely obsessed with celebrities within America. In actual fact, most people just kind of see their lives and what goes on behind the scenes as a little bit of entertainment, just like we do in Europe. One thing I will say is kind of odd as a European, always when I go to America, is seeing on your mainstream news the focus on celebrities within actual serious news programs. We don't really have that as much in Europe. I know in the UK they focus a lot on royalty.
Make way for the loser!
But you don't tend to see people talking about celebs on news shows as much in Europe. The next lie, okay, and this might just be a me thing, but the next lie that I believed about America before I went to America, and I actually think you're going to probably slag me off for this in comments.
Just very quickly from me, guys, I'm live almost every day over on my Twitch. Hell, I'm probably live right now, so go check it out. Also, if you do want to support my dream of becoming a full-time content creator, there is a donation link in the description. Don't feel like you got to donate, it's just a way you support if you like my content.
I thought that you guys only had roll-on deodorant. I thought you didn't have spray-on deodorant.
Well, that's just her, surely. Surely that's just her. That, mate, no, that's just, what? How dumb is that?
Because in movies, people always roll on their deodorant, you know, in the changing rooms and stuff. I know you have Old Spice and stuff like that, but for some reason, I had it in my head
This can't be true.
that
Like, it can't be true. Like, what?
in America, spray-on deodorant didn't exist. And I was always like, wow, they should really get spray-on deodorant. I guess they don't use it in films because it goes and it would make a noise, whereas like it's easier to just do the roll-on if you're like shooting a TV scene. You don't have to have the but yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just a me. If you're from Europe, did you know that spray-on deodorant existed in America? Because I didn't. The next misconception that Europeans have about America is that you're all really rich. And I get why this misconception exists.
I mean, not all, obviously, because obviously you see a homeless and that. But the common like perception is America is where you can like, it's the land of opportunity. So it's where a lot of people are wealthy and have done well for themselves because of the opportunity that is living in America. I don't all think you're rich, but we think you're all like living an amazing free life and have made a good amount of money because it's a land of opportunity, which it just shows like how good America is, really. So really, in my opinion, this one isn't, we don't think everyone's rich. We don't think everyone's rich. We just think everyone's like free and wealthy. So not rich, but we think everyone's quite wealthy because it's the land of opportunity and jobs pay higher. I think, I don't know. Just, you know, tell me in the comments.
To be fair, your houses and the land that your houses...
That is true, actually, because for what you get, it's much cheaper in America than it is in England. So, like, because one of you guys sent me your house in my Discord server, that house would be like 2 million in the UK, and apparently you bought it for like 400,000, I think. So that is probably a reason why we all think you're rich as well.
are generally a lot bigger than what we have in Europe for middle class people. Additionally, many people in America live on credit, so a lot of people are living above their means to what they really should be living. And the thing about credit in America is you are encouraged to use credit. Like, a lot of things you can't get until you build up credit, which exists in Europe, but it isn't so much.
I think a lot of Europeans actually try to stay away from credit where they can, not like should use it. But I have heard of having a very good credit score being a good thing. I don't exactly know what that means. Maybe someone can let me know in the comments.
Focused on, like, there are other ways to build up your trust with banks. And as I've mentioned before, I've never seen poverty quite like I've seen in America. In Europe, of course, there are homeless people, but not in the same way that they are in America. It really shocked me. Because I went over expecting, as I said, pretty much everybody to be super rich, and then I saw people looking like Oliver Twist on the street, and that was a surprise to me. Additionally, some things in America are a lot cheaper than they are where I come from in Ireland. Ireland has just been named alongside Denmark as the most expensive country in Europe for the cost of living. The prices of goods and services in Ireland are on average 40% higher than they are anywhere else in the EU. And then when I went to America, it was like things were more expensive in some areas but cheaper in other areas. So I was surprised because I thought everything would be the same, if not more expensive when I went there. The next lie that we are told about America, and this should come as no surprise, and I don't want to get bogged down in the discussion too much, but it's that everybody there has pew-pews. And they don't. Not everybody does. In fact, it's a very divided country on people's opinions about that, but people have very strong opinions about that.
I think a lot of people, there's more pew-pews, as she said, than people in the US, apparently. That's someone left a comment saying that. I haven't fact-checked it, but if that's true, that's crazy. So that makes me believe that a lot of them do have pee-poos.
Then I'm going to swiftly move on.
A lot of you do.
I just thought that every single person would have one when I went there, and that's not the case. The next lie that Europeans are told about America is that pretty much teenagers run America, if media was to be believed, and movies and TV shows. In actual fact, I have still not seen a cheerleader when I've gone to America. I have never been invited to a prom or homecoming, and that seems like an integral part of your society from film and TV. So yeah, I know movies and TV shows aren't real, but I definitely thought that teenagers would have a more central role in America as a result of watching so many of them. The next lie that we are told about America is that you guys eat fast food constantly. And that...
Well, I think she really like exaggerates some of these, but we think because your fast food is like so massive and bigger than ours, yes, you eat it more often, but then again, there's more of you guys, so it kind of makes sense that it gets used more. And I think just because you have bigger meals and servings at fast food restaurants, I guess we just assume you eat there more. Just like it's more of an assumption. So I kind of guess what
Actually
I
could
get
not
what you
be
mean,
further from the truth. Americans, more so than anywhere else in the world, love to cook. Americans love
I love to cook, so that's good.
to barbecue. It's like your thing. You're like, my grill, my barbecue. You're mad for cooking. There is fast food on every corner.
I love a good barbecue. I do. I love, you know, guys, I want to go to America so bad. I love America so much. I just want to go back. Oh, God, chat. What do I need to do to go there quick?
Corner in America. So that's where the perception comes from. It's a lot easier to get your hands on. But most Americans don't eat fast food every single day. You cook for the most part. I definitely thought Americans just ate TV dinners and fast food constantly, and cooking was like something you did at family events. The next lie that we were told about America is that your breakfasts are crazy. Like, you eat waffles and pancakes and cereal every single morning. You have a
There's nothing wrong with that though. Come on, waffles, pancakes, and cereal, all very good food.
full feast for breakfast every day.
So yay! Enjoy smelling breakfast.
In fact, I think most Americans probably live on just the same kinds of breakfast as most of us Europeans do. Of course, we have Irish breakfast, you have American breakfast, which consists of waffles and pancakes. They do exist. But mostly, I think our general day breakfasts cross over. You might have a bowl of porridge, a bowl of cereal, slice of toast, a bit of coffee. I definitely thought it was like America-themed breakfast every single day.
America-themed?
That's not really sustainable, and you would be carrying a lot of extra weight if you ate that every single day. I would love to have American breakfast every single day, but it's not a good idea. Although the same could be said for Irish breakfast. You should not eat Irish breakfast every single day, because
I guess it's the same for wherever you live though, right?
to be honest, after I have an Irish breakfast, it's delicious, but it slows me down. I'm like I like to have a little nap after an Irish breakfast. The next lie we're told about America, and there's truth in this one, but not as much as I had thought, it's that you will go around suing each other constantly.
I've heard it's really easy to sue people in America. That's literally it.
America is an extremely litigious country, but I think that's also due to the proportion
I
of
think to sue someone in the UK it like costs so much more money. I think that's why.
people compared to everywhere else in the world. Like, if there's more people somewhere, there's going to be more people suing people, right? But the impression that we are given of Americans is that if you bang your head on something, you're going to sue the company that built that something. Whereas the truth is, most times when something happens, people just let it go unless there's like serious ramifications. I definitely did think people just went around suing each other. I don't think that this is not fueled by the urban myths that are created on the internet. For example, there's that urban myth about the woman in America who sued McDonald's because her coffee was too hot, whereas if you actually
No
go
way.
and look that up, the truth is that woman was actually really badly injured and that the coffee was way hotter than it should have been. But people like
Wait, so someone sued McDonald's for having a hot coffee? Or it must have been like boiling and like actually like third-degree burn their like mouth and lips.
these extravagant headlines, and it makes Europeans think that Americans do just go around being like, you're sued, you're sued, you're sued. And also I thought that every American just had a lawyer on standby, because when you see things again, people go, call my lawyer.
That is one common myth that like almost every American has like a lawyer ready.
Most people don't just have a lawyer to call. You generally have to research that. Let me know below in comments if you want to see the other way round version
I
of
want to
this.
see it. We might react to it, chat. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. Again, as always, please go check my Twitch out. I'm live almost every day over there. And just guys, please just let me know in the comments. Are you enjoying my content? Like, generally, this is my dream, being a full-time content creator. And the amount of love and support, like, generally, I can't believe it. It actually makes me quite emotional. And yeah, just let me know how you guys enjoy the content and what you want to see from me next. And I love you guys, and I'll see you all in my next video.